So this process is cellular respiration. The first cycle in cellular respiration is glycolysis, which happens in the cytosol. The first reactant we need for glycolysis is glucose. Glucose is broken down into 2-pyruvates, which gives us 2 ATP. This 2 ATP diphosphorylizes to 2 ADP, and the electrons from this ATP is given to NAD plus, which reduces to NADH, 2 NADHs. In this cycle, ADP is then phosphorylized by adding a phosphate group to produce ATP, and that's glycolysis. The second process in cellular respiration is the link reaction. This cycle is here to connect glycolysis to the Krebs cycle. Using the product 2-pyruvate from glycolysis, this comes in to decarboxylize. As the 2CO2 leaves out, the coenzyme A comes in and produces acetyl-CoA. Also, NAD plus is reduced to NADH, and that is the link reaction. Cellular respiration is the Krebs cycle. We take the product from the link reaction, acetyl-CoA, and use it as a reactant in Krebs cycle to produce coenzyme A. We then take NAD plus and reduce it to NADH, releasing CO2. We take NAD plus again and reduce it to NADH. Sorry, I forgot to say that this happens in the inner matrix of the mitochondria, but I'm gonna keep going. NAD plus reduces to NADH, while ADP adds a phosphate to create ATP, and this releases CO2. FAD comes into play and becomes reduced to produce FADH2. Then the last NAD plus reduces to NADH. Remember that the Krebs cycle occurs twice, so this cycle will go around twice. The last and final and most important cycle of cellular respiration is oxidative phosphorylation. The first cycle, or the first process, in oxidative phosphorylation occurs in the electron transport chain, which is in the inner mitochondrial membrane. The oxidative portion occurs when NADH loses a hydrogen to become NAD+. This hydrogen goes up the concentration gradient and becomes a proton gradient, dropping off an electron. Also, FADH2 loses a hydrogen, becoming FAD, as this hydrogen goes up, losing 2 hydrogens as these 2 hydrogens go up the concentration gradient, dropping off 2 electrons. The last electron acceptor of this process is O2. So we have 4 hydrogen, which gives us 2 waters, which is the last product in this cycle. The last process in oxidative phosphorylation is chemiosmosis, which is the phosphorylation part of oxidative phosphorylation. We have ATP synthase, which pumps out energy for ADP to add a phosphate group and become ATP. And this is a product, as the hydrogens act as the proton gradients and go down the concentration gradient.